Relationship problems, who doesn't know them? Everyone has bad times in their relationship, and often this is temporary. But sometimes the conflicts become structural, and that's what this video is about. It is often not about the conflicts, but about a deeper problem. Fortunately, this is easy to understand, and the real problem can be solved. In essence, as human beings, we are always looking for attachment. Attachment is the way we connect with each other. As small children, we desire healthy attachment to our parents. And we now desire healthy attachment with our partner. When we feel like we are losing the attachment, we will fight for it. And yes, that means getting angry. You wouldn't expect that, but it is an instinctive reaction to restore attachment. But the problem is that it is counterproductive and the attachment gets worse in the long run. And then we get even angrier, and we end up in a negative spiral. We can call these communication patterns demon dialogues. The first step is to recognize when we are engaging in demon dialogues. We can distinguish between 3 communication patterns. 1. Find the bad guy. This means nothing more than blaming each other. Constantly criticizing your partner. He or she didn't do this, or did something wrong. Maybe does this sound familiar? But be aware that reacting aggressively to your partner never creates a healthy attachment. 2. Protest polka. This is the pattern of attracting and repelling. One partner tries to get a reaction, but the other partner withdraws. The more one partner tries to get a reaction, the more the other pulls back. As explained earlier, anger is often used in order to restore attachment. But this doesn't work when the other person withdraws. 3. Freeze and flee. I prefer to call it, both partners have left the dance floor. Both withdraw and there is basically no real communication anymore. As if you are roommates of each other. And where is the attachment when there is no communication at all? So these communication patterns cause attachment to become less and less. And without attachment, there is no real relationship. The first step in solving relationship problems is by recognizing demon dialogues. And by consciously choosing to step out of these demon dialogues. The second step is to learn a healthy relationship pattern. And it's important to do this together. It takes 2 to tango. First, we must distinguish between 2 worlds. There is the outside world. This consists of all the words someone says. All the behavior that someone shows. In short, everything you can see with a camera. But there is also the inner world. The world that only the person in question knows. The thoughts and feelings that someone experiences. We can only get to know these when someone shares them with us. The demon dialogue takes place in the outside world. Thus at the communication pattern, look for the bad person, you blame the other. Whereupon the other person blames you again for something. But in such communication patterns there is no contact with the inner world of the other. And that is precisely where the key to bonding lies. I will say it again. Making contact with the inner world of the other person is the key to recovering attachment. The inner world consists of the thoughts and emotions of the other person. And the emotions are especially important. And why are they important? Emotions show what needs we have. And if we know the need, then we know what to do. Back to the healthy communication patterns. So we have communication that takes place exclusively in the outside world, and so are the demon dialogues. But if we include the inner world, then it looks like this. The partner gives words to her inner world and the other partner listens. This one lets the message sink into his inner world, and gives words to it. And so a communication is established that takes more the form of a lemniscate. And this form of talking creates a deeper attachment. This does not mean that we always have to agree with the other person. Or always do what the other person's need is. But we do hear the other person. we do see the other person's emotions. And sincere communication creates a deeper connection. And a deeper bond equals a healthy attachment. Maybe all the information is overwhelming. I'm going to summarize it one more time. The first step is to recognize the demon dialogues. There are 3. Find the bad guy. Protest polka. Freeze and fly. The moment you recognize it, you can stop it. And then you make sure your relationship doesn't break down further. The second step is to adopt a healthy communication pattern. This involves being vulnerable and telling your partner your emotions and needs. It is important that your partner does this as well. Your partner should then tell you how it feels for him and what his needs are. And you can respond to that in the same way. In this way, you get a deeper connection with your partner. The conversation is then about what is really going on. All superficial conflicts are essentially about getting back to a healthy attachment to each other. And that only succeeds with deep connection.